The 2025 F-15EX Eagle II is more than just a fighter jet. It's the rebirth of a legend, upgraded for the challenges of modern warfare. For over 50 years, the F-15 family has ruled the skies, earning a perfect air-to-air combat record with over 100 victories and 0 losses. Now, Boeing and the U.S. Air Force have taken that proven design, infused it with cutting-edge technology, and created what many call the most powerful non-stealth fighter in the world. To understand why the F-15X is so significant, we have to rewind to the 1970s, when the original F-15 Eagle was introduced. Back then, it was designed purely for air superiority, to not just equal, but dominate any Soviet fighter. Over the decades, the airframe evolved through variants like the F-15C for air-to-air combat and the F-15E Strike Eagle for strike missions. The Eagle proved itself in countless conflicts, from the Gulf War to operations in the Middle East. But by the 2010s, older F-15s were reaching the end of their service life. Instead of replacing them entirely with fifth-generation stealth fighters, the Air Force saw an opportunity. A modernized F-15 could carry more weapons, fly farther, and operate alongside stealth jets to create an unbeatable combination. Enter the F-15EX Eagle II. At first glance, it looks a lot like its predecessors, with the same twin vertical tails and high-mounted wings. But beneath that familiar silhouette lies a vastly upgraded machine. The airframe is strengthened with modern composite materials, giving it a service life of 20,000 flight hours, double that of older Eagles. This means it can remain in service for decades without major rebuilds, saving enormous amounts of money. Under the hood, the F-15X is powered by 2 General Electric F110D129 engines, each generating 29,000 pounds of thrust. Together, that's nearly 60,000 pounds pushing a jet that weighs around 40,000 pounds empty, a thrust-to-weight ratio that makes vertical climbs, blistering acceleration, and high-speed intercepts second nature. It can reach speeds of over Mach 2.5, which is roughly 1,900 miles per hour, and soar to altitudes above 65,000 feet. For perspective, that's higher than most commercial airliners and fast enough to intercept high-speed threats before they reach their targets. Performance isn't just about raw speed. The F-15X can sustain high G turns, execute rapid rolls, and handle aggressive maneuvers even when fully loaded. That's because its aerodynamic design, combined with powerful control surfaces, gives pilots agility despite the jet's size. The combat range is around 1,100 nautical miles without refueling, and with aerial tankers, its operational reach is almost limitless. Now, let's talk about one of its most impressive traits: payload capacity. The F-15X can carry a staggering 29,500 pounds of weapons, more than any other fighter in its generation. This includes 12 air-to-air missiles, precision-guided bombs, standoff weapons, and even future hypersonic missiles over 20 feet long. This payload flexibility makes the Eagle II a multi-role powerhouse. In one mission, it could sweep the skies clear of enemy fighters, then turn around and strike ground targets with devastating accuracy. Central to this firepower is the AN/APG-82V active electronically scanned array radar. This advanced sensor can track multiple airborne and ground targets at once, even in cluttered or contested environments. It offers long-range detection, precise targeting, and resistance to jamming, giving the F-15EX an edge in both offensive and defensive operations. Paired with the EPAWSS electronic warfare system, the jet can detect threats, jam enemy radars, and deploy countermeasures in real time. In modern air combat, where electronic warfare is as important as missiles, this system is a lifesaver. The cockpit is another area where the X shines. The old analog dials are gone, replaced by a massive 19 by 10-inch touchscreen display. This allows pilots to customize their view. They can split the screen between radar feeds, weapon status, and navigation, or focus entirely on a single mission-critical element. The Open Mission Systems architecture means the Air Force can quickly update software or integrate new weapons without expensive redesigns, keeping the F-15EX relevant for decades. While it's not a stealth jet like the F-35 or F-22, the Eagle II uses smart tactics and advanced sensors to compensate. Its role isn't to sneak into enemy airspace unseen, but to carry massive firepower, control large swaths of sky, and serve as a command and control platform for other aircraft. In fact, Some missions envision the F-15EX carrying long-range missiles and acting as a weapons truck for stealth fighters, letting those jets get closer to the target while the X delivers the knockout punch from afar. When we compare it to rivals like the Russian Su-35 or the French Dassault Rafale, the F-15X matches or exceeds them in speed, range, and payload. The Su-35 might boast high agility and supermaneuverability, but the Eagle II brings superior electronics, radar range, and proven combat integration with US and allied forces. Against the stealthy F-35, the X isn't competing directly. Instead, they complement each other, with the F-35 gathering intel and designating targets, and the F-15EX unleashing overwhelming firepower. In real-world missions, the F-15X can be tasked with defending airspace, intercepting hostile aircraft, escorting bombers, or delivering precision strikes deep into enemy territory. It can carry anti-ship missiles for maritime strike, cluster munitions for area targets, and bunker-busting bombs for hardened facilities. Its adaptability means one squadron could be ready for air-to-air combat one day and ground attack the next. Another huge advantage is ease of integration. Pilots and ground crews familiar with older F-15s can transition to the X in a matter of days, not months. This reduces training costs and allows for rapid deployment. The Air Force has already begun phasing in X units to replace aging F-15Cs and Ds, with early reports showing high readiness rates and low maintenance downtime. Cost is also part of the story. While each F-15EX costs around $90 million, similar to an F-35, its operating costs are lower over time because of its long service life and ease of maintenance. This makes it attractive for allied nations that want top-tier capability without committing fully to stealth fleets. Countries like Indonesia and Israel have already shown interest. Ultimately, the 2025 F-15EX Eagle II proves that you don't always need to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes, refining a proven design, upgrading it with the latest tech, and giving it the flexibility to handle future threats is the smarter move. It's a fighter that can dominate the skies, carry unmatched firepower, adapt to multiple roles, and work seamlessly alongside the newest stealth aircraft. For aviation enthusiasts, it's an engineering masterpiece. For the Air Force, it's a cost-effective powerhouse. And for potential adversaries, it's a reminder that American air dominance isn't going anywhere. The Eagle II is not just the next chapter in the F-15 story, it's a bold statement that the legend is here to stay, ready to rule the skies well into the mid-21st century.